If you're thinking about moving to Coral Gables, Florida, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to do a video and break down some of the costs associated with buying real estate in Coral Gables, Florida, and what you need to know. I'm going to go from a local real estate agent's perspective and just break down some of the most important details about buying real estate in Coral Gables. And if you stick around until the very end, I'll also add in 2 bonus tips that I think that you'll find super helpful. So let's get started. Hey everyone, my name is Jamey Prezzi. I'm a real estate agent in Miami-Dade and Broward counties. I work with my partner, Ognjen Prezzi, also my husband, and also our team. And in today's video, I'm going to go over some really important tips that I think you'll find super helpful with regards to buying real estate in Coral Gables, Florida. But first, if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another update. We do put out new videos every week. We get calls every single day from people just like you looking to relocate to our area and buy real estate. And we're here to help you, whether you are 30 days out and 90 days out, 6 months out, whatever is your timeline, we are more than happy to help you. Use the information in the description box and give us a call, text, or email, and we'll be happy to help you with the process and help you make a smooth move to Miami-Dade County. Okay, let's get started. Coral Gables, Florida is one of Miami's most famous and distinguished neighborhoods. It's located south and west of downtown Miami and Brickell. It's also southwest of Miami Beach. It's a very central area of overall in Miami-Dade County. It's also known as the City Beautiful. It has a beautiful, rich history, and it was planned in the 1920s by a visionary developer named George Merrick, and he brought with him the Mediterranean revival style. Coral Gables is one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Miami-Dade County, and there are many factors that contribute to this expense, such as proximity to the water, the lot size, the style of the property, if it's new or old, and lots of little details. But those are some of the most popular details that can really influence the housing cost. In this section, I'm going to talk a little bit about the numbers so that you can get a good idea about the cost of buying real estate in Coral Gables. There are many different price points in Coral Gables, and even though I'm going to show you some averages here and a low and a high, just know that there are a lot of different price points, and I'll show you that as well in just a minute. But I just want to show you some averages. So just remember, these are averages of closed sales over the last 180 days. And the reason why I do closed sales, because that is really the best market indicator of what properties are worth. That's what the appraisers use when they actually go out and do an appraisal on a property, because typically the properties that are on the market that are active are usually a little bit more expensive than what's actually sold. So I think that this is a good way to show you how much the properties are selling for in Coral Gables. So this is for Coral Gables condominiums. The average 2-2 with 1,400 square feet is selling for $862,000. There was a studio that sold for $215,000, and then a high, a 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom condo that sold for $9.25 million. Okay, now I'm going to go into single family homes. Now, just remember, these are averages because I'm not doing just waterfront or non-waterfront, because those prices can vary greatly. So the way I'm separating this out is by Highway 1. So I'm showing you some properties that have closed over the last 6 months. These are all the single family homes on the MLS that closed over the last 6 months north of Highway 1. And the average single family home that sold was a 3-3, 2,200 square feet for $1.5 million. The low was $650,000 and the high was $5 million. Now watch this when we switch over to south of Highway 1. So the average property that sold south of Highway 1 was a 4-4, 4,200 square feet for $5.7 million. Look at this average, 1.5. So the properties, it's safe to say, that sell a little bit south of Highway 1 sell for more of a premium. And a lot of that has to do with the neighborhoods. There's a lot of luxury neighborhoods south of Highway 1. And also some of these properties were waterfront properties. And okay, so let's go back to that. Okay. The minimum property that sold was a 2-2 for $945,000. And look at the max, $31.7 million, an 8-bedroom, 9-bath property at 13,000 square feet. So that's really important to see these closed sales so that you can see the differences in the pricing throughout Coral Gables, because there's a big difference between certain areas of Coral Gables and also the property type. There's condominiums, townhomes, single family homes, waterfront, non-waterfront. So there are a lot of different details that you need to know when it comes to buying real estate in Coral Gables. A few bonus tips that I think are very important to know about buying real estate in Coral Gables are these. Number one, a lot of properties in Coral Gables are on septic systems, and that is a system that deals with the septic tank, which is when you flush your toilet, that's where it goes. And if you are buying a property that has a septic tank, like many properties in Miami-Dade, not all, but quite a few neighborhoods do have septic systems for single family homes, it is very important to get a septic inspection when you're in the inspection period, just to find out the condition of the tank, if it needs to be replaced, if there's a crack, like what's going on with this tank. And if you've never bought a property that has a septic tank, it may be something that you want to look into learning a bit more about. It's not like a deal killer. It's not the end of the world. A lot of properties have them, but you really just want to understand the condition of that system and make sure that you take care of it and get it serviced as needed, because, you know, it's a septic tank. One thing that's very important to know about Coral Gables is they do call it the City Beautiful, and on the other side of calling it the City Beautiful is very, very regulated permitting. They are very strict there, and they are known for how strict they are with the permitting. So if you're buying a property, because there are many historical properties in Coral Gables, you need to understand what you can and cannot do with that property. And also, if you're just buying a regular property that does not have a historical designation, it's very important to understand the permitting process and make sure that you factor that into any type of renovations that you may want to do in the future to that property. Sometimes some things you're just not allowed to do just because of the nature of the permitting, but it's just really important to make sure that if you are buying in Coral Gables, you are aware that they do have very strict permitting. Okay, I think that's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget, if you would like to get on a call with us, text, call, email, whatever works best for you, use the information in the description box and we'll reach out to you immediately. Okay, that's it, and we will see you soon.